looking boy, how you diddling? Look mate, I've had a look over it. There's a lot of good going on here mate, there really is. I think you can tell that you've worked on the pump drill to try and keep those hands behind you and keep your shoulders on plane. A bit more to do there mate, I'd say don't forget that, don't leave that just yet. Make sure you're still pumping, like get that hand in your pocket before you start the downswing. But I think we need to look at some boring stuff, mate, before we get into all the sexy stuff and the simple stuff. So the foundation, the kind of setup of your golf swing. So it is a bit of a bad angle, Ryan. So what I would say is, if you can set your golf bag up in front of you, and I'll take a picture in a minute and show you, and then rest your phone on that, that's fine by me, because I want it more like chest height to then be able to help out properly, so I can see my lines. But from what I'm looking at here, mate, I would say that your shaft there, if you look at that line, goes right the way up your body. Okay, you've got no shaft lean there whatsoever, so that will hurt your compression. So I would want your hands more sat in your pocket here. I'll give you an example of that in a second. Okay, I want your hands more set there at address. And then if I look at your left hand, I would say that's quite weak. So with no compression and then a weak hand, that can give you a bit of a two-way miss. With that shaft pushing forwards, that's going to send your golf ball more out to the right. With a stronger hand, that then straightens that back up, so all you get here is distance. Okay? The last thing I'd like you to look at during your setup is I want your right eye over the golf ball. So everything shifts forwards, shifts this way. Okay? Because at the moment, I would say that is your centre of mass, which is behind the ball. I want your centre of mass just in front of it. So that's where I'd want your kind of spine angle there, or your spine over your left nip. Right, mate, I've put the alignment stick down for reference for you, bud. I'm also going to send you a picture of how I'm recording this. You'll be able to do it on the range. Right, so what we're talking about is, there's my ball, that's in the middle of the stance, right? So at the moment in time, let's start with your weight. Okay, you're more here. So that may look bang in the middle of your stance, but if I close my left eye, because I'm right eye dominant, I see that sits a little bit forwards. Okay, so what I want you to do is, know that army, enough shooting rifles, you're right eye dominant, I'd guess, tell me if not. I want you to make it so that ball is over your right eye, and literally close your left eye over the top of the ball. It's your last little check. Okay, right, so now that's more central, if not a little bit further to the back. Perfect. Now we want to sort out this shaft lean. Ready? There we go. That's it. Keep that shaft pointing towards your fucking surfer muscle. Can't remember what it's called, I'm sure you'll tell me. But pointing towards more like your left pocket. From here, I want you now to grip the club with your left hand. Nice easy trick for you. Middle of your index finger, then down where your rings would sit. So middle of your index finger, then down where your rings would sit. Sit that just in front of your left pocket, take your right hand over. That's it. Now we're in a much more athletic position. So those 3 points, mate, are all set up. Okay, so again, recap it. Right eye over the golf ball to make sure your that your centre of mass is to the left of it, so target side of the ball. Stronger left hand, and then hands closer towards that pocket. Gives you a good bit of shaft and get you going. Okay. The next one is, you're trying to muscle this golf ball. So that means you're leading with your arms. So you're very arm dominant. What happens is, when that club head gets outside of your body, and it took a while for me to understand what that term means. All that means is, you want the club head in line with the centre of your chest for as long as you can during that golf swing. Okay? You'll see that that club head gets behind you quickly. What that can do is lead you to go over the top, and it really doesn't square the club face up. So if I give you the example, mate, of if I lead with my arms, this will probably go left, okay? So left of target. If I now keep that club in front of my chest, so operate more with my body than my arms, keeping it there, what you'll find is it should start right and then come back left.
I mean, I could do them all day, mate.